Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is February 13th, 2024. It's being reported that the signing of Hansi Flick as Barcelona's next manager could be at risk. Also, it seems that Roberto De Zerbi has ruled himself out by the statements that he has made to his entourage. And I'm going to tell you all about those statements and about what's going on with Hansi Flick. I have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the Give Bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. Both links for Give Bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now, I begin with the news that the signing of Hansi Flick as Barcelona's next manager could be at risk. Now, as I reported before, Hansi Flick is amongst the favorites to replace Xavi Hernandez as Barcelona's manager for the upcoming season. And in fact, Deco has already reached out to the German coach and informed them that he's amongst the candidates to replace Xavi. And there are plenty of reports saying that Hansi Flick was extremely happy about this news, that he already began taking Spanish lessons. And in fact, he's already starting to reach out to people to put his staff together. But today, news in Germany are saying that Bayern Munich could be looking to sign Hansi Flick as their next manager, and this could put the operation to bring Hansi Flick to Barcelona at risk. Now, Bayern Munich currently are not doing too well under the management of Thomas Tuchel. They're currently sitting second, with Bayer Leverkusen sitting first, and with Bayern Munich at risk of losing the Bundesliga for the first time in over a decade. And as such, some people within the German club are now discussing the possibility of changing coaches. And one option they're considering is bringing back Hansi Flick, because after all, it's Hansi Flick who brought him the sextuple. And it's even reported that some people within the club have even reached out to Hansi Flick and let him know that Bayern Munich are considering him as the next coach after Thomas Tuchel. Now, this puts the operation at risk because, of course, even though Hansi Flick has expressed his desire to come to Barcelona or seems keen to come to Barcelona, he might have the urge or maybe the nostalgia of going back to Bayern Munich. He is, after all, German. He did achieve a lot with Bayern Munich. Of course, Bayern Munich have a lot more money than Barcelona currently, so they could offer him a bigger contract as well. Of course, nothing has been decided for now. Hansi Flick has not made a decision either way, but this definitely adds a little bit more risk to the operation. And it's reported that Bayern Munich will be making a decision in the upcoming few weeks. So we're going to have to see what they end up deciding and what Hansi Flick ends up deciding as well, whether he decides to come to Barcelona or whether he gets persuaded and ends up back in the Bundesliga. Now, this is not the end of all, because if Hansi Flick ends up signing for Bayern Munich, that of course frees up who? Thomas Tuchel. Of course, Thomas Tuchel is also amongst Joan Laporta's favorites to be Barcelona's coach. Joan Laporta spoke about hiring a German coach a lot when he was a candidate for Barcelona's presidency. On his list was, of course, Flick, Tuchel, and Nagelsmann. And in fact, Joan Laporta had reached out to Thomas Tuchel to see the possibility of hiring him as Barcelona's coach. So if Bayern Munich end up signing Hansi Flick, that would free up Thomas Tuchel, which would not mean the end of the world for Barcelona, because again, another name that Barcelona have considered would free up. Now, of course, there's still the option of Nagelsmann, whose contract does expire with the German team after the Euros. So that's also an option. So don't think that just because Hansi Flick might end up with Bayern Munich, that means that Barcelona going the German route is over. Not at all. We'll still have other option. Now, speaking of coaches, Roberto De Zerbi, someone who has been on Barcelona's watch list as the possible next coach, has ruled himself out by the statements that he has said to his entourage. Now, De Zerbi is someone who's doing a phenomenal job with Brighton. He's someone who has modified kind of the playing with possession, kind of like the Barcelona DNA or Cruyffism, whatever you want to call it. He's modernized it. He's adapted it to his own style. And as such, he's seen some success in the Premier League. Of course, he's someone who's also known to developing young talent, which is something that Barcelona are looking for in their next coach. They want someone who can develop the young talent that Barcelona have, because we have a lot of young talented players like Lamine Yamal, Pau Cubarsí, Hector Fort, etc. And as such, Zerbi was one of the players that was on Barcelona's watch list. But today it's being reported that De Zerbi has ruled himself out because he has told his entourage that even though he is flattered and excited about the possibility of coaching Barcelona one day, that he believes that now is not the time. He believes that he still needs more experience. And he does leave the door open to leaving Brighton, but he said that he believes that he's in the best league in the world, that he's very happy in the Premier League. So as such, he would be looking to remain in the Premier League. So again, leaving the door open to leave in Brighton, but it would be to go to another Premier League club, because he's very happy in the English league. And again, he doesn't think that it's the right time to make a move to Barcelona, because he believes he needs more experience. Now, you add to all of that the fact that De Zerbi has an incredibly high salary. Of course, he's a Premier League coach. The salaries in the Premier League are much, much higher than La Liga. There's like a lot more money in the Premier League, whether it be, all the oil money that's been poured into the Premier League, or the financial fair play rules are much more lax than La Liga, but there's a lot more money in the Premier League. And given De Zerbi's high salary, and they also say he has a 10 million euro release clause, that puts De Zerbi out of reach for Barcelona economically. So it looks like for now the Italian coach will not be coming to Barcelona. But of course, I always love to hear from you guys. What do you think about all this news? What do you think about Hansi Flick ending up at Bayern Munich, or the possibility of him ending up at Bayern Munich? What do you think is Thomas Tuchel being an option for Barcelona? What do you think about Nagelsmann? Or what do you think about De Zerbi ruling himself out? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now, that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a like, drop a comment, and give me your thoughts and opinions about everything that I share with you. Subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all the most recent news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Have a good night, and as always, Visca Barça.